Hello, just thought it's time for another update. Been doing a little bit of painting. I think, as I said last time, I sort of bought the Dead Man's Hand starter set, which was actually a really good deal. I don't know if they're still doing it, but a couple of people have plugged it already. Yeah, I think for 40 quid you got a couple of gangs, the rule book, a bit of terrain, the dice and markers. It was a really good deal, and so I've seen a couple of videos on it, and it looks like an interesting game. So yeah, I couldn't resist really. So yeah, these are the figures. Really enjoyed painting them by Great Escape Games, I think, which also make the game. Yeah, when I first got them, I wasn't too sure about them because they seemed really small. But as you measure them foot to eye, they are 28 mm, but they're quite slender figures, so they seem quite small compared to some of the chunkier stuff I've been painting lately. But once I got going on them, they're really nice, really detailed. And you can get a really good paint job out of them, I think, hopefully. So yeah, these are some. I think hopefully going to try and get a couple of games on at home over Christmas with any luck. Yeah, the wife said she'd be up for giving it a try, so yeah, we'll give that a go. We play quite a few board games and things together, so she's up for sort of gaming generally. I think she'd be willing to give this a go. So it's not like we're going to have much else to do over Christmas, is it? So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, just make sure we've got everything painted really and got them ready. These are the two factions in the starter set. You've got the Lawmen, which are these guys. Not sure we necessarily use all 7 in every scenario, but you get a pack of 7, so they're all done. I'll put some stills up at the end so you can see them a bit better. But yeah, as you say, they are really nice figures. There's some really interesting poses going on. This guy's chewing on a big cigar. His pistols at the ready. I think this is my favourite guy though, actually. Really nice figure. A little bit shiny there. I haven't put the matte varnish on yet. So strong tones these days seems to come up very shiny. But yeah, so nice figures. Some good poses going on. Yeah, enjoyable. So yeah, we'll put some stills up at the end so you can see them all a little bit better. But that's another one I really liked as well. I couldn't decide what colour to paint in, but I settled on a grey suit and grey hair. It all seemed to come together quite well in the end. Yeah, no, I just really enjoyed doing these, and I've done. For anyone that doesn't know the game, it's sort of card driven. You've got obviously red suits and black suits in a pack of cards, and the lawmen run off the red cards. So I've painted the bottom of their rings of their bases red, so you can sort of easily identify them, and because I know just cowboys, aren't they? They're going to look much the same, so you can easily identify which is on which side. Painted their bases red because they use the red cards. Yeah, as I say, we'll put some stills up at the end, but really enjoyed doing those. Nice figures. Looking forward to getting a game. I've also done the Outlaws, their opponents. We'll put those up any second now. Yeah, and these are the Outlaws, which you can tell because I've painted the rims of their bases black because they use the black cards. There's a logic to it. Yeah, so again, really nice figures. Really enjoyed painting them. Some lovely poses. Tried to build a few colours in there, but to keep it fairly muted at the same time. But I think you do need some colours, otherwise you end up just with everything black, brown, and grey. And you want to give it a bit more life and make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, the other thing I've been doing, I haven't got any of it to hand actually, it's all in the garage now. But I ended up buying. I thought it was a nice little starter set, 40 quid. There you go, off we go. But yeah, it's never that simple, is it? So I've had to buy some. Obviously, I have no sort of Wild West terrain, so I've been buying a few few buildings. If you're thinking down that line, definitely check out a company called TT Combat. I can't remember how I found their website, but I did, and they do an awful lot of sort of Wild West scenery, buildings, various other bits and pieces. I've ended up buying about 9 or 10 different shops and say buildings, a big hotel, but they are really cheap. I was suspiciously cheap, I thought initially, so I just bought a couple just to see how they were, and they're actually really good. So I went back and bought a load more. They're probably not as detailed or as good as you would get from sort of a Sarissa or a Foreground, but they're a fraction of the price. You can buy a sort of a single building for about £6, and even bought a big 2-storey grand hotel type corner hotel building. It was only about 17-18 quid, I think. So really cheap compared to what you'd be paying for, say, 4 grand or Sarissa or something. Probably not quite as good, but that look absolutely fine, go together really well. The only other downside with them, they don't have any instructions. They do tell you that on the website, but there's enough pictures on the website and on the front of the packs, and because they're not complicated sets, they go together very easy. It's very obvious which bit goes where. Maybe when I get them set up, I'll get a game set up, I'll take a few photos of it set up and show you some of the buildings as well. But if you're thinking about Wild West terrain, TT Combat, definitely one worth checking out. So yeah, as I say, these are the Outlaws, the bad guys. Not a lot to say really. I'll put some stills up at the end so you can see them a bit closer. Other than that, I think that's probably it for this update. So thanks very much for watching, subscribing, everything else, commenting, and thanks for making your own videos. I'm really enjoying them. I've actually caught up for once. Normally I say I'm behind, but actually I'm about up to date this time. No more than a couple of days behind anyway, which is good for me. So yeah, it's the only other thing, I guess. I may well not make another video before Christmas, so assuming that's the case, just wish everyone happy Christmas, Merry New Year, and yeah, this is a year I don't think too many of us will probably be too unhappy to leave behind. So hopefully we can move on to bigger and better things next year. Might take a while, but this time next year maybe things will look a bit more rosy, who knows. But anyway, all the best, thanks for everything, and look after yourselves, take care, and speak to you again soon. All the best.